Scorpio, welcome to you. This is your tarot reading for the month of May, coming from the mountains of Java. Scorpio, I really hope that you get something from this reading. And Scorpio, if you do, if you could hit the like button, subscribe and pass a comment, because I really need some help from you on these dreaded YouTube algorithms. Whatever you can do, I'd really appreciate it. But Scorpio, this isn't about me, it's about you. And I just really want you to get something from it. I ought to add Eid Mubarak, because by the time you see this, it'll be Eid, or as we say in Indonesia, Selamat Hari Raya Idul Fitri. Now I'll be using probably 2 decks, but out of 3 decks. So the first deck is Tarot Nusantara, the second deck is the Steampunk deck, and the third deck is the Light Visions Tarot. Tarot Nusantara is actually a new one to me, which I love, whereas the Light Visions I've struggled with as a result of the rendering. Although I think I'll grow into it, I will keep using it and coming back to it. You can see on all of them I'm using quite a lot of salt, and that's to clear the energy and the spirits from them, something that I do fairly regularly with my tarot. And I also, you'll see a number of Jimat there that I use just to bring a good energy to the tarot and to my reading. And I call on the spirits of the mountain to assist me in shuffling the cards, in picking the cards, and interpret them for Scorpio for May 2022. Scorpio, doesn't look a bad spread to me. Pretty certain it's about money. Yeah, pretty certain it's about money. Look at that central card, Ace of Coins. Suggests to me you're either looking for money or going to come into some new money. Sounds good. The past, bottom right, the Lover's card. So there was a divine love in your life. I don't think it's ended. I can't see any reason. Maybe that's why you're looking for money. Maybe you want to start a family with this new love. Maybe. But currently you're hanging around. Maybe you're not making as much money as you'd like because of the health crisis. Maybe it's something like that. But I think that ends because in the future there's a reason to celebrate the Four of Wands. However, I think it's probably a response to what you've been through. And we have the Four of Pentacles, which impacts on the outcome. And I think that's you being a bit cautious, maybe hanging on to your money a little too much. As I say, maybe it's because of what you've been through. Maybe it's a very natural reaction. I normally call it the Miser card, but I don't want to in these circumstances. Now, what would change the outcome is the Three of Cups. Now, whereas the Four of Wands was a celebration with a reason to celebrate, the Three of Cups is more going out and having fun with your friends. It's still a celebration, it's still a good time, a joyous card. But the outcome is the Seven of Pentacles. Now it's not a bad outcome, but it's you learning a skill, learning a trade, maybe going back to university. And maybe the health crisis has made you think to yourself, do you know what? I don't want to work in a bloody Amazon warehouse for the rest of my life. I'm going to get myself some qualifications. I'm going to change my life. I am. And I think that's what you're doing. I think it's very positive. Anyway, let's look at each card individually before I jump the gun. Scorpio, the overall energy running through this, as I've said, is the Ace of Pentacles. Now, it could be about new money coming to you. It could be about new sort of opportunities for money, or it could be about you seeking money, and that's what I feel it is. But I might be wrong. We need to keep an open mind at this juncture, at least. And you look at the card, it's a lovely card, isn't it? It's, holding up the pentacles, so that says it's about money. There's clouds behind it saying there's something divine about it. Well, that's what I think. You're in a beautiful garden. I don't know if those are grapes or aubergines. I think they're meant to be grapes, even though they look more like aubergines, don't they? And the other side of the garden, go through that gate, it looks a bit parched. And I think the message is that you're not going to make money by sticking to what you know. You've got to go out and do something different. Now that really does fit with what I feel the other cards are saying. And as I say, this card runs through all, so I've got to bear that in mind. The energy from the past is the Lover's card. I mean, it could be just about meeting somebody, a friend. It could be a business partner, but I think this is about love. I think you've met somebody, and I think it feels great. You can't hide anything from them, can you? Because look, you're both naked. Sun's shining down on you, so it's blessed. It feels like a good relationship. Looks to be an angel in the sky blessing you. In between them, there's what we call a gunungan, which is the it's a wayang, and it's a wayang representing a mountain. But it's a three-sided, because there's the good side, the bad side, and the shadow side. So not everything on this card is saying it's brilliant, but in general it's a good card to have. I think you've met somebody, and I think you're trying to save up so that you can be together. That's what I think's happening. But Scorpio, I think right now you're struggling a bit to save money. You're struggling a bit to do what you were hoping to do. Now, it might be the health crisis. I mean, I did say when I was introducing it that, maybe you work in an Amazon warehouse, or maybe you work as a nurse, or, all sorts of things. But they're not the sort of jobs whereby you earn enough money to be making savings for the future, are they? They're just the sort of things where you live from day to day. And I think that's what it is. You're hanging around here and nothing's happening. Nothing's happening. You're not able to do what you want to do. Maybe you are in an Amazon warehouse and you're applying for jobs and you're not getting anywhere. I think maybe you're feeling even a bit frustrated by it, but things are going to turn out okay. Let me reassure you, things are going to turn out okay. They are, yeah. Because you see, in the future, we've got a reason to celebrate. We have the Four of Wands, which it might not be a major thing. It might be getting into university. It might be getting a different job. It might be getting a job. Maybe you've not had one. Maybe it's getting a raise. Maybe it's the wedding. Could be all sorts of things, but it's a celebration. It's a celebration and a reason to celebrate. And you should do. You should enjoy yourself because I get the feeling of a degree of, because of that Hanged Man card, a degree of depression within this reading, even though I think it's a good reading, but you take the time to celebrate. And you look at the card, well, they are, aren't they? They're celebrating. They're having a great time together. They've got those garlands that they're flinging above their heads. They're dancing in front of a Hindu temple. That's a lake, isn't it? It will be a lake. I mean, it could be the sea. Looks to be barley, doesn't it, eh? Beautiful, yeah. Wonderful time. Oh, they're on a beach. Of course they're on a beach, so it is the sea, yeah. So, when these things happen, you should enjoy yourself. You should. Energy impacting on the outcome is the Four of Pentacles. And I normally call this the miser card because could be about unhealthy attachments towards money. But, in this reading, I don't want to give it that description. I think as a result of you not being able to save money in the past, not being able to earn good money or save money, whatever it is, you're trying to hang on to what you get now. You're trying to hold on to things because, you do want to save up for the future. Now, what I need to tell you is chronologically, this could come before that celebration even. So, yeah, I think you're thinking about, how am I ever going to get enough money together? It's on your mind. And I did say, I thought there was a depression in this reading. And I think this is it. You're just a little bit concerned about money. You're a little bit worried about money. And I think rightly so. But don't let it destroy everything, Don't let it take over your life. Now, the energy that would change the outcome is the Three of Cups. And this is you going out with friends and celebrating. And given that the outcome is the Eight of Pentacles, you learning a skill, particularly if you're trying to keep down a job as well as going back into learning or learning a trade, then you don't have time for this. You don't have time. Now, I'm not saying never go out with your friends, never have a good time. I'm not saying that, but don't try and burn the candle too much at both ends. I think this is a warning saying you're not going to be able to learn and get to where you want to go if you keep going out and having a good time with friends. And you look at the card, it's a joyous card. I mean, it's a nice card. We all deserve that at times. But it is a warning to you not to do it too much. Yeah. Now, the ending is this Eight of Pentacles. Now, this is you investing in the future, but investing in yourself. Learning a trade, maybe going back to college or university. Something like that. And you're doing it because you want to earn more money. And the way to raise yourself is by doing this, is by learning something else. So, maybe you really are in an Amazon warehouse. Maybe you really are. And so you're investing in yourself, going back to college or learning something so that you'll have a better income in the future. Maybe you'll be less subjected to the vagaries of the world that have seen you hanging around recently. So I think it's a very nice outcome. You look at him, well, it can be a bit laborious, can be a bit boring, but he's knocking out those pentacles there, and yeah, he's learning something, and it's good. You've got a love, and you're just wanting to make some decent money, and by bettering yourself, it's a good thing. It really is. And the clarity I seek is on the Four of Pentacles, the card that I say could be a miserly card. And the first card of clarity we get is the Hermit card, going inside yourself, looking for answers. Well, that does support what I've been saying so far. But the next card I've got is the Ace of Cups. Oh, of course, a new love. So that fits in with the Lovers card. So you are wanting to save money for this new love you found. And then we have the Seven of Wands, which is you scoring some victories. So, you've been hanging around. After this time, I think you do get a job, or you get a better job, or a rise, but people are jealous. People are jealous. Let's look at each card individually. So, the first card of clarity is the Hermit card, and I'm not surprised to find this card at all. This is you going inside yourself, looking for answers. Cutting yourself off from the world a little. And I think it is. I think things have been playing on your mind, I think it probably is this health crisis. I do. I think you've not been able to make as much money as you used to. And just at the time when you're wanting to save money for the future. So it's really hit you, and you're sort of thinking, what should I do? How should I plan my life? You know, if we're going to have these constant crises imposed upon us for seemingly little reason other than greed, how can I protect myself from it? What can I do? What can I do about it? These are the sort of thoughts you're having. And if you look at him, you know, he's on a rubbish heap. He looks like he's tramping around the country. He's looking into that light for inspiration. But he's turned his back on the City of London there. He's turned his back on wealth. That doesn't mean to say he doesn't need money, but I think he's turned his back on what he sees as the generation of wealth. Yeah. How interesting. And you see, now we have the Ace of Cups, which is about a divine love. So it is telling us the reason that you're wanting to save money is because you met somebody, and I'm sure it's that. I don't think it's a new love. It's the person from the past, you know, or not you know, recent past, the Lover's card. So you met somebody, and it is a great love, and you want to be together. And in order to do so, you need to save money. You need to build up money, either put a deposit on a house or well, you know, whenever you get together, you need to put money together, don't you? And it hasn't been working out, and it's made you that little bit, your attitudes towards money haven't been as good as they might be. No, I'm not wanting to say that. I'm not wanting to say, let me take that back. You're being careful with money, and I think rightly so. Let's keep it at that. And now we have the Seven of Wands, which is about scoring some victories. Well, we did think you scored some victories, didn't we? We did think, because of, you know, the Hanged Man ended, and then we had a reason to celebrate. So I think you do end up getting a job, a much better job, or a pay rise, or something like that. You do much better. You're doing a lot better, and that's why you celebrated back then the Four of Wands. But those people who you were friendly with are jealous of you. They're jealous of you, and they're saying, come on out, you know, let's have some fun. They're wanting you to spend your money, and of course you're wanting to save your money for this new love. Yeah, you've made people jealous. Oh dear, it's not very nice, is it? No. Well, we can summarise for you anyway, Scorpio. Scorpio, this reading is all about you wanting to save up some money, save up a nest egg, as it were. And the reason you do is, in the recent past, you met the love of your life, and you want to be with them. And you can't be with them unless you save money. But it's not going particularly well. Now, I don't know the reason why it's not going particularly well, but it could be the health crisis. It could be that you're not able to make as much money as you used to, just at the very time that you need to be making a lot of money. But that changes, whether it just means that suddenly, you know, everything's all right again and you earning money again, or whether it means you get a better job, a different job. I'm not sure, but you've got a reason to celebrate, and you do celebrate that, and you know, you should do. You should do. But by the same token, all that's happened to you is you're saying, hang on a minute, just at the very time I needed to be saving money, my ability to save money was taken from me. I don't want to get into that situation again. I don't want to be there again. So what I want to do is not only save up money, but save money for the long term. because if I can do that, then I've got something of a shield against what happened to me recently. And, you know, you got this job, a new job or whatever it was, came into some more money. I think it's a new job. And you celebrated, and you celebrated with friends. But they're jealous. They're jealous. And they want you to keep celebrating. They want you to keep celebrating. And what you need to do, you need to be investing for the future. And I think you need to be investing in yourself. And that might be going to university, it might be learning a trade, but you need to be investing in yourself rather than going out with your friends all the time, not learning things and therefore not able to escape this trap that you've been in. That's what the message is. Yeah. Well, I do hope you've enjoyed Tarot from Java as an addition to my channel, The Magic of Java. Please take a look at the other videos that I have on this channel about magic from Java, and I hope that you will become a subscriber. Now, if you want to hear your next tarot reading, hit the button, and that will inform you of when I publish new readings. I'm certainly going to do a reading for every month, but maybe I will try them a bit more frequently, say a mid-month reading, and maybe also some special readings. But above all, thank you so much for listening to me. Thank you, and enjoy Java.